Marla
Hi,
Martinson and
Karen Dahlman.
hey you guys. Today we're going to talk about something very important that a lot of us might not even think to do, and that is cleansing the board. Karen,
Mm.
why do we need to cleanse the board?
Well, I think that many of us have certain rituals we do in our life that help us augment our energy, make us feel more centered, bring in the forces to work with, to be a part of something larger than ourselves. That cleansing allows is a way for you to tap into that energy. So when I get a new board, I always do like a inaugural initiation, if you want to call it that, where I'll take a board and there's different things I'll do, but I'll talk about some of my top ones that I use. I love to sage. I sage myself, I sage the space, and I sage my new board. This is actually an old board. But anytime I even get a new board, this is a wonderful board that was created for me. It came with a bunch of positive energy. I still sage it so I connect with it. Saging allows me to connect and open up the centers. So I'll do that. I sage often. I found this at the ocean, not too far from my house, and I use this. And I have another shell too. I'll use this one. I love using shells. So another thing that you can do, and I've done this ritual before too with the board. I've taken some boards and taken them outside and put dirt on them. Sprinkled some dirt on them. Let them sit there. It could be overnight. And the idea is to put the earth elements and cleanse it. Kind of bring in the grounding energy and clear it. Then another fun thing to do, and many of you probably already work with this energy, the energy of the moon, is great to put it out on a full moon, have that energy just imbibe it, just to surround it. And I like to do a little ritual and when a full moon, and it's when things come to a completion. And you can say, you know, I bless my life, I bless my board, I bless myself and the energies that are here. And so just any way that you can help yourself step into this other form of energy and that energy to connect with you is a wonderful way and reason, an idea to why you want to cleanse your board.
And
How about you, Marla?
How often would you say to cleanse it?
I would do it as often as you feel called to do it. I don't cleanse my boards every time because it's usually me just using them. But if I have a group or when I teach classes and people come and they're all touching my boards and stuff, I'll cleanse them after that for sure.
Right.
Again, when I get a brand new board, I cleanse it, I clear it, I let it work with my energies, and I bring those two energies together. So it's not all the time, but if you ever feel a need to do it when you feel that need, because that's going to help strengthen your own empowerment with the board. It's going to help strengthen your connection with the energies and the beings who come through and communicate with you. So do it when it seems fit to you. And especially if you have other people touching your board all the time, you know, I would say that's when you really want to probably clear it and cleanse it.
Exactly. Yeah, and the same with crystals. You want to do that occasionally, and if anyone else is touching it, when you buy a new one, like I got this new clear crystal the other day, and then I just held it under the sage, the smoke.
Oh, nice.
You know, for about 30 seconds, and then I held it in my hand and I programmed it to please keep my chakras clear and help me connect with my guides and angels.
Yeah, that's great because this is a tool, a talisman, no different than your crystals are and any other tools you use. And you keep those in sacred places probably and you cleanse them. So see the Ouija board as the same way you see those tools. And so I just got this recently. It's fluorite, or also known as fluorspar. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's like this green. It's got bands of purple and blue in it. It's really good for connecting yourself to the higher energies, also for clarity of mind. And I'll bring these crystals sometimes to my sessions. And the other day I had this one out and a couple other beautiful big crystals sitting there just to kind of augment the space and bring in that energy. And so when I'm done with it, I put them back on my altar and I cleanse them. I say like a prayer. As you said, you could douse over them, you could sage, or you could just, hold them in your hands and put them in your heart and just say, I clear you, I cleanse you, I release you. You're so strong and you're able to go back to my altar now.
And
there's all kinds of ways.
The purple Tesla plates.
Oh, yes.
This is a little one. I've got a big one. It's, it's like this, a big plate, and I set my crystals. For instance, I'm a crystal healer, so after I do a session, the crystals I've used, I put on the person, I put that on set it on that plate for like a half hour. But they also sell the little ones like this, and you could set a crystal on it. I put it under my tea, under my water. I put one in my dog's bed. They're just great energizers and clearing.
Oh, that's fabulous to have. The other thing you could do too is salt. I've used salt, big rock salt, and sprinkled it on my boards too, and put them outside. I like the whole idea of the energies from outside melding and mixing with the board itself, so it has more of that natural kind of energy and the elements. It's fun.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And how often would you say you clear yourself? Would that just be when you're using the board, or sometimes I'll just sage myself, or I'll sage, me and my husband will sage each other, just to clear.
Yeah, that's a great question. When I use the board, I don't have any of this weird energy coming through, so I feel very much more empowered from using the board. But I will cleanse myself. Let's say I have a bunch of people come to my house. I will sage the house, sage myself. Anytime I'm going and doing like a ritual under the moon or just trying to make some changes in my life, I will sage. I will use my crystals. I will pull in all the elements and energies to help support me. So I do that often. I would say probably 2 to 3 times a month I'm doing some kind of ceremony and ritual involving the elements and my crystals and the sage and the smoke, all these different things, and pull them together. And it really allows you to connect with something greater than yourself. And really work with some auspicious energies that can really help you and feel empowered.
And if you don't have any sage or anything, you know what I do too? I mean, I have it, but sometimes I won't burn it. My husband's very sensitive to stuff. He's a singer, so sometimes if he's home. But for example, you could just use a rattle, a maraca, to break up the energy. I work in my space here. It's an office, and I'm a matchmaker. And sometimes, I get real frustrated with some of my clients. Or maybe I'm, frustrated with something, or something's going on, or if I've had an argument with my husband, a little tiff or something. You want to break up that energy, so it's just great every couple of days or whatever to just go around, your house or your office and it just breaks it up, and it's fantastic. You can do that. You could use a singing bowl, a drum, or clap your hands.
Yeah, absolutely. Sound is fabulous.
Yeah.
Bring in all these elements. Use them all. There's many things you could do. And let us know what you do. Share some of your suggestions and techniques.
Yes, we'd love to hear.
It's fabulous.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.